So they both stock sensor camera, guys. Both this Z8 Nikon and R5 is stock sensor. Hello guys, so today's vlog, join me as I dive into the specs comparison between the Canon R5 Mark II and the Nikon Z8. And I'll give you 10 reasons why to choose the Canon R5 Mark II over the Nikon Z8. But before anything else guys, if you're new to my channel, please consider to subscribe and hit the notification bell so at least you'll be updated for all the videos that I will upload regarding photo, video, tutorial, and comparison, camera comparison. So without further ado guys, let's start. But before I start guys, let's check the release date or the launch date of the both camera. Again, the Canon R5 announced last July 17, 2024 with the price of $4,299 and the Nikon Z8 announced last May 10, 2023 with the price of $3,800. So again guys, the price of these two camera body depends only on the one local market in the US. But again, the price will be depends on your local market or whatever area that you are. So depends on your local market again. So again guys, before we dive into the 10 reason why Canon R5 is better to buy than the Nikon Z8, let's check first why Nikon Z8 is better than the Canon R5. So yeah, let's start now guys. First, this is already 46 megapixel compared for 45 megapixels, so only 1 megapixel. Second is you have already faster electronic shutter, which is 1/32,000 shutter speed compared for 1/8,000 shutter speed of Canon R5. This is electronic guys, electronic shutter. Second, in Z8 they have called button illuminated. So if you are working in the low light, the button from the Z8 will be illuminate or will glow. So that is already in the Z8, which is not in the Canon R5. And you have also insect tracking from the Nikon Z8, which is good for macro photography. So yeah, that is the main difference. That's why Nikon Z8 is more better to buy than the Canon R5. So let's go into 10 reason. 10 reason why the Canon R5 Mark II is better to buy than the Nikon Z8. So number one reason is the waveform. So waveform is to adjust the brightness on your monitor. So you have already in the Canon R5 Mark II. Second is the eye control autofocus, which is control autofocus point when with your eye. So this is only in the Canon R3. So now they put already in the Canon R5 Mark II, which is good for sports photography and fast focus using only your eye. So it's a very good specs and yeah. So number three, the native ISO. The native ISO is 51,200 compared for 25,600 of the Nikon Z8. And number four is the focusing point. So you have more focusing point for the Canon R5 Mark II, which is 5,940 focusing point compare for 493 focusing point of the Nikon Z8. And sa lahat guys. Number five is the battery life. Of course, you have double battery life. 620 shots compared with 330 shots of the Nikon Z8. Number 6 is your viewfinder resolution. You have very nice resolution on the viewfinder, which is 5,760 K dots compared for 3,686.4 K dots of Nikon Z8. Maximum frames at 8K. So maximum frames at 8K, the Canon R5, which is already 60p, while the Nikon Z8 is only 30p for the 8K. Yan. So number 8 is the focus stacking. And number 9, you have a selfie vlogger style. So you can flip because this is already articulated, fully articulated, while this is only tilt. Yan, for the Nikon. And number 10 is the weight. So this is more lighter, which is 746 grams compared for 910 grams of the Nikon C8. So that is the 10 key difference between the R5 Mark II and the Nikon C8. So don't worry guys, because both these cameras share some similarity. They have a similarity specs. First, you have they both stock sensor camera, zero blackout viewfinder, anti-dash shutter mechanism, unlimited video recording. So it depends again for your battery and your memory card. Pre-shooting buffer, wireless and Bluetooth connection, censorship image stabilization, adjustable LCD, but this is fully articulated and this is tilting. External flash hot shoe, face detection focus, they are both 30 frames per second burst mode. Microphone and headphone port, time-lapse recording, top LCD screen, AI bracketing, they're both full size HDMI port, focus bracketing, and you have two storage slot UHS 2 and CF Express Type B. Yan, smartphone remote, webcam function, anti-flicker, eye tracking focus, and vehicle tracking focus. And both camera, they don't have any built-in pop-up flash. So I don't think you need a pop-up flash for this one. You need the external flash instead of pop-up flash. That's why. So, yan guys, I think that is the comparison between two camera. But again, if you are Nikon or Nikon lover, Canon lover, so depends on you guys. But for me, it's clearly that the Canon R5, for me, it's better to buy in 2024. But again, if you don't need that 10 specs from Canon, then go with the Nikon. The Nikon Z8 is also a very good camera. It's one of the best camera, the Nikon Z8. So, yan guys, I think that's it for today's vlog. Again, I will leave to you which one is the best for you, the Canon R5 Mark II or the Nikon Z8. So guys, I think that's it for today's. But again, in the end, this two camera is the best camera in the market. So yun guys, I think that's it for today's vlog. Again, if you want to check the price and availability of the two product, again, R5 Mark II is already pre-ordered to our website. And Nikon Z8 we have already available. If you want to check the price and availability, you can check to our website www.abworld.com. So yan guys, hanggang dito na lang. Thank you and mabuhay.